Hello and welcome to Quarterlight, your car brochure channel. And on your Saturday special, we'll continue our Nissan journey for 1985 with the Nissan Stanza. Welcome back to your Saturday special. Hope you have a great weekend. So this is your Saturday special, which basically means it's a short version for the weekend of the normal viewing throughout the week. We've started our journey with the Nissan cars 1985. We find out this is quite an extensive range of cars for Nissan in 1985. We've reached the Nissan Stanza. Incidentally, if you're new to Quarterlight, we're a car brochure channel here on YouTube, looking at cars from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, sometimes beyond that as well. So if you're interested in cars, interested in car brochures, please consider giving us a subscribe. It certainly helps the channel greatly and that'd be very much appreciated. Anyway, let's continue our journey with the 1985 Nissan Stanza. So here is the Stanza. This would be classed as like a third generation T11 model. Ran from 82 to 86 in the UK. And I guess we should zoom in on that picture to make it a little bit clearer so we can actually see what we're looking at. There we go. And as we can see, 5-door hatchback. And by the mid 80s, very much hatchbacks were the place to be. That was considered the norm now, as well as these are front wheel drive as well, very much the norm. So a front wheel drive hatchback should have done very well. It really was what people wanted in the 80s, although you did find that the more traditional buyer did prefer the very sort of similarly sized Nissan Bluebird, didn't you? So I don't think they sold in huge numbers, or certainly not in numbers you would imagine a 5-door hatchback to be sold in. I remember seeing many more Bluebirds than these. You would kind of like think, looking back, that these would have done better because they had the hatch on them, really. This particular model we're looking at now is probably going to be the top of the range. It doesn't tell us, but I think this is the top of the range SGL model. Two-tone paintwork usually gives it away as being a high-spec model. We've got wheel covers. Ooh. Some models didn't though, as we'll see in a moment. Quite a sort of bland styling, even though it's a hatch, I kind of like think. And you can certainly understand why people might have looked at other models in the range. And like we've seen, the Nissan range is vast at this time, some say. Too vast, but there we go. There was no shortage of choice in the Nissan range in 1985. We also got this more sort of poverty spec model. So only talking about the GL and the SGL in this particular brochure. So we're presuming that this is the SGL. Gives us a nice view of that hatch. And we did get that sort of load cover on these as well. Although if you notice, that kind of like lip, that lower lip, is pretty high, isn't it, to lift anything into there. So certainly reducing its practicality somewhat. Although we got really nice big protection strips going down the side to protect against those supermarket road rash. No doubt a very reliable car, and I think that was the key for all these cars in the Nissan range. It was something for the British motorists to say, this is going to be quite dependable, it's going to be quite reliable. Although you always kind of like heard stories of, don't buy anything Japanese, it's going to be expensive to maintain, the parts are expensive. They didn't break though, did they? So I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, let's continue with the brochure. I think there was also an L model as well, but it doesn't really mention the L in this brochure, so I'm not really sure what happened to that particular model. But nevertheless, let's have a look at some of the text and learn a bit more about the Stanza. So there we go, Stanza 5-door hatchback, in case we forgot. The Nissan Stanza is an advanced family car designed for an exceptional economy, maximum interior space and an extremely high level of comfort and convenience. There's a choice of 4 models in the Stanza range with front-wheel drive, lightweight, 1.6 or 1.8 litre engines, or 4 or 5-speed gearbox, rack and pinion steering, and fully independent suspension. Automatic transmission is an option. The Stanza interior is colour coordinated with high grade cloth upholstery, trim and carpets matching in an attractive blend of shade and colour. A highly advanced heating and ventilation system provides you with all weather comfort literally at the touch of a button. Heater vents are controlled pneumatically by 4 push buttons directing the airflow to the windscreen to the feet through adjustable central and face level air vents or in circulation around the car. Stanza GL equipment includes interior boot and fuel lid release, quartz clock, tinted glass, push-button MWLW radio and cassette player, light on warning chime, luggage area lamp, halogen headlamps, integral rear fog lamps and much more. SGL hatchback models also feature stylish wheel covers, digital clock with date feature, rev counter, variable instrument lighting, and on the 5-door tilt adjustable power assisted steering. An electrically operated sunroof is available on SGL models as an optional extra. So, it doesn't sound like it by today's standard, but they certainly give you lots of equipment on a Nissan. Was also another little thing that certainly tried to attract you from your British Leyland models. So here's the specifications for that 5-door hatch. So a 1598cc or an 1809cc options. You also got a 4-speed manual or a 5-speed manual or a 3-speed auto. What other things is it telling us on here? I guess the main thing really is this fuel economy figures, because this is one of the things that really attracted people to the Stanza. It was quite a big, roomy family car for its time, but as you can see from the figures there, constant 56, 45.6, 48.7, 41.4 for the automatic. Pretty good figures really for the size of the car and the times. And I seem to remember they had quite long gearing, which kind of gave them that good fuel economy. So next Saturday we've got this guy, the Bluebird Saloon Estates and Turbo ZX. This unusual estate I think is my favourite, but we'll certainly have a look at those next week. So that brings us to the end of this very quick review here on your Saturday special. The Nissan Stanza, a bit of an oddball car really thinking back, but if you got any memories of these, please jot them in the comments. Nissan Cars 85, still another 5 cars in its range yet, amazing. But thank you so much for watching once again. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Please do like and subscribe if you've not done already. Anyone who has liked and subscribed, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really welcome you into the Quarterlight family. So next episode is on Monday. So for now, we'll say take care and goodbye.